Barça! Barça! Barça!
Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barça, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We are going to start with some transfer rumors. We are going to start with this report claiming that Chelsea forward Timo Werner is still on Barcelona's radar for the summer transfer window. We are going to be discussing much on that as we progress. Secondly, we are going to be talking about Dest, as it has been reported that the Barcelona right back is set to miss the Sevilla clash later tonight due to injury. Thirdly, still talking about that Sevilla clash, it has been reported that manager Xavi Hernandez could bench 3 key players for that fixture. We are going to be looking at that. Then lastly, talking about Luuk de Jong, as it has been reported that the Barcelona striker has tested positive for COVID-19. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please do well to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end.
Barça! Barça! Barça!
At this point, it is well known fact that Barcelona are on the lookout for a new striker in the upcoming summer transfer window. Erling Haaland had been Barca's top target, but a move for the Borussia Dortmund ace looks extremely unlikely, with Manchester City believed to be leading the chase for the 21-year-old. As a result, Barcelona are looking at alternatives to bolster their attacking unit. Robert Lewandowski is another name high on the transfer wish list for the club, while Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah has also been linked with a move to the Camp Nou. Another name that Barcelona are considering, according to FutureJazz, is Chelsea striker Timo Werner. The German international has struggled to live up to his potential since arriving at Stamford Bridge from Leipzig back in 2020. With the Blues bringing in Romelu Lukaku last summer, Timo Werner have even fell down the pecking order of things at the club and currently finds himself behind the Belgian and Kai Havertz. With game time not coming regularly, and his form not improving, Werner is considering leaving Chelsea at the end of the season, and Barca could provide him with an escape route should their approaches for other targets like the aforementioned Lewandowski fall through. However, the report adds that Barca are not the only club pursuing the Chelsea striker. The 26-year-old is also being linked with a return to his homeland, Germany. Both Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich eyeing Timo Werner as a replacement for Haaland and Lewandowski respectively. While Werner may have struggled to get going in England, the 26-year-old remains a potent forward, and has displayed his abilities while representing the German national team. Whether that is enough to convince Barcelona to launch a move for him remains to be seen. Then on to the next story of discussion. With the international break coming to a close, Barcelona are set to resume their La Liga campaign on Sunday as they lock horns with Sevilla. It's going to be a crucial encounter in the context of the top 4 battle, knowing that any mishap could allow Atletico Madrid to overtake them in the league table. Real Betis aren't far behind either, making this a must-win contest for Xavi and his troops. However, Barcelona have been dealt with a massive blow heading into this encounter, as Mundo Deportivo reports that the club will miss out on the services of Dest. The American international has picked up an injury against Galatasaray last month, which saw him miss out on international matches. Subsequently, the right back is now set to miss the Sevilla game, having failed to train with the team on Saturday. Dest's absence could cause a myriad of issues for Xavi, while Dani Alves appears to be a shoe-in at the right back. Against Sevilla, the Brazilian will be ineligible to play against Frankfurt in the Europa League. It was reported last month that Xavi plans to go with Ronald Araujo at right back against Frankfurt, with Oscar Mingueza being considered as an alternative. The presence of Dest to that end might have made things much easier for the Barcelona coach. Along with this, Barcelona also expected to miss out on Luuk de Jong. The Dutch frontman had contracted COVID-19 and did not train with the team on Saturday. One player who could return to contention, however, is Ansu Fati. The youngster has returned to training and has been looking stronger than ever after recovering from a hamstring problem. It will be interesting to see whether the winger makes a late appearance against Sevilla this weekend. Then on to the next story of discussion. As Barcelona gear up to take on Sevilla in a crucial La Liga encounter today Sunday night, Manager Xavi Hernandez could be considering the prospect of resting some of his important players for that game, considering that a win against Sevilla would put Barca firmly in contention for second place in the La Liga standings. It will make sense for manager to field his strongest 11. However, at the same time, Xavi will also need to keep an eye on the team's next assignment, the UEFA Europa League quarter-final first leg against Eintracht Frankfurt. With that competition being Barca's only avenue to win a trophy this term, it would bode well for the manager to keep some of his players who were heavily involved during the international break fresh for that encounter. Speaking in the pre-match presser, Xavi also insisted that he will rotate his players for the game, saying, "Yes, there will be rotations. We have several important players and this is a positive thing. We have other options and there are several players who deserve to participate because they are training very well. There are many trips coming up and there may be injuries." It could see Barcelona possibly deciding to bench three key stars in Araujo, Frankie de Jong and Ferran Torres for that game. The trio was heavily involved during the international break with their respective teams and could do so with the rest. Araujo played the entire 90 minutes for Uruguay in both their World Cup qualifiers against Peru and Chile. In contrast, Eric Garcia was involved in just one game for Spain. Meanwhile, Ferran Torres started and played the whole game for Spain against Albania and featured for more than 30 minutes in the clash versus Iceland too. His fellow forwards like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Adama Traoré and Ousmane Dembélé were not involved at all. Frankie de Jong played the full 180 minutes for the Netherlands against Denmark and Germany. Considering that the likes of Gavi and Pedri saw relatively lesser game time for Spain, they could be favored in the middle of the pack. Xavi has a vast squad with quality across all areas of the pitch for him to be able to rest and rotate his players. With a critical period in the season coming up, it will be important for the manager to make the best use of the strength in depth at his disposal. So we will wait and see what decisions manager Xavi make when it comes to his starting lineup in that game against Sevilla. Very important game that Barca needs to win and climb up to second place in the table. What an achievement that would be, considering that Barca were really down when Xavi arrived at the Camp Nou to take over as manager. And given how well Barcelona have been playing lately, the good form that they are in right now, one can fancy them to go ahead and win this game comfortably. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona confirmed on Saturday that Dutch striker Luuk de Jong has tested positive for COVID-19 ahead of the team's next match against Sevilla on Sunday. De Jong is said to be in good health, but will be unavailable for the game against his parent club as Barcelona return to action after the international break. Barca raised a few eyebrows when De Jong arrived on loan in the summer, but he has proven to be useful, scoring 6 goals in all competitions for Barca. The Dutchman also appears to have won over supporters with his goals and professionalism during his short time for Barcelona so far. However, the arrival of attacking reinforcements such as Aubameyang, Ferran Torres and Adama Traoré in the winter have meant his game time has been restricted. Xavi's attacking options also mean we might not see too much of De Jong between now and the end of the campaign when his loan deal expires. Get well soon, Luuk de Jong. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.